going on, guys?
SpyCyboy99 says, Lumberjack hat WTS.
I need to get rid of that stupid shit. We do this. Is that it? Oh no.
Old Morgan says, most PPL sitting on nodes and not moving are bots.
Hold up. Come on, bitch. Oh, I see. Fucking on. Hold up. Oh no. What's again? Hold up, what the hell is this? How do I get out?
The Syndicate faction has thrown Restless Shore into a conflict state. They can now declare war.
Huh? I didn't get rid of that dumbass chicken.
A company in Syndicate has declared war on Restless Shore. The final warring company will be determined in 10M. Ela K. Horn says, or AFK while at work LMAO. Jaragan Salik JR says, HLP. Durkop says, LF heal M3 dine. Finwolf says, it's just stupid and makes the game not so enjoyable because I run through her just T0 see if it's here and I see people just waiting on them like it's Hazavilis in life, but I guess we all play for. Finwolf says, diff reasons. TechDes says, Tanner shirt WTS. Hyrule Farmer says, X. Hyrule Farmer says, XXXXX. Warrior Regis says, LF1 DPS for M2 Starstone in GF. SpyCyboy99 says, exemplary Ring of the Barbarian. Papa Afro says, last time. Elimus says, WTF?
What the hell?
Mount TAAA says, WTS tempered cast. Bob's Thunder says, WTB prismatic block and leather. Lord Wiz says, LF company to PvP with. Woo the Fact says, easy man.
Yeah.
Rapidox says, LFM Dyne M3, need healer, apply Durkop. Warrior Regis says, LF1 DPS for M2 Starstone in GF. Rapidox says, LFM Dyne M3, need healer, apply GF Durkop. Coco FET says, LF healer Glacier Tarn Red. Aaron 33 says, I have some wood if anyone needs to do some wood working. Road Devil says, WTS as off inductor.
Can't do it.
Warrior Regis says, LF1 DPS for M2 Starstone in GF. Professor Simp says, Monstrum Sandals of the Century Mithril Amulet of the Century WTS. Mevisa says, -2 DPS any at GF. Alia Watson says, SE Iversiktig, Ren is Chul.
Steady there, friend. Dying can be a rather harrowing experience the first time one goes through it. You're
Maker says, WTS Major Armoring
All
X2.
things considered. Luckier than most.
Philip Gonzalez
Not
says,
anymore,
XFR
but you
portals.
were very much dead for a few minutes there. You've been resurrected, you see. It's quite a lot to take in, I know. You'll find many strange things on
Marsha
Eterna,
X says,
and this
Tempered
not
Cast
dying
X11
business is one of them.
WTS COD. Philip Gonzalez
Yes,
says,
the
yeah and
poles,
beat
the
me back.
crash and- Ah, but I forget my manner. Yes, you'll...
Kenzoyakis says, Precision Armoring Tools 2X. Governor Frost says, come here Isabella you sexy MILF. Governor Frost says, WC.
Very impressive. One of the nicest crude skinning knives I've... It's important... Yes. Yes. You'll find them snuggling... Oh.
Rapidox says, LFM Dyne M3, need healer, apply GF Durkop. Bark for Heels has declared war on Dopamine Limited for control of Restless Shore. Reneries Valerie says, Weapon Matrix WTS X3. Finwolf says, gold on my mind looking for K-Sizzle players. New and returning Discord. Hermise says, LF1 DPS M3 SSB. Thirsty Ty says, LOL. Thirsty Ty says, gasp. Rafidox says, LFM Dyne M3, need healer, apply GF Durkop. Kiss My Axe 9188 says, LF healer 4 cubic meters dynasty. Rafidox says, LFM Dyne M3, need healer, apply GF Durkop. Thirsty Ty says, LOL. Bob's Thunder says, WTB prismatic block and leather. Contul says, -2 DPS low cons need reg in GF midway. Thirsty Ty says, D. Thirsty Ty says, GF. Dragon Max says, are ready. Thirsty Ty says, hammer works better than spear with F/S.
Smells delicious. We get that's the dark. Oh, excellent. If the corrupted start converging on you in numbers, I suggest you retreat. Give away.
Rafidox says, LFM Dyne M3, need healer, apply GF Durkop. Spicyboy 99 says, Lumberjack Hat WTS. Asia Wolf says, Zealots refrain. Thirsty Ty says, I hate you. Contul says, -1 DPS low cons need reg in GF midway. Thirsty Ty says, I am just trying to use different shit LOL. Liat X says, Al Gun Clan to Taco Bell. Kaigamari says, Xtrib. Bob's Thunder says, WTS Armor Matrix. Kaigamari says, X Glob. Seidel XO says, anyone want to do live? Liat X says, Liat X has reached level 6.
They shall ruthlessly strike down their fellows, their path to corruption begun.
Taquito W says, Taquito W has reached level 3. Els Trey says, Els Trey has reached level 3. Thirsty Ty says, GF. Freeman says, WTS Azoth Inductor Arcana. Thirsty Ty says, lag sucks by the keep. Queen Isabella says, defiled leather pants of the Ranger WTS. Azathoth Ashbourne says, Azathoth Ashbourne has reached level 5.
Well done. It's grim work, I know. But we can't let the storm war... well, I fear you may not fully grasp the danger of such an endeavor, but I won't hold you back. Just keep that weapon at the ready.
Taquito W says, Taquito W has reached level 4. Devil's Ironsmith says, Deckhand's promotion is this upgradable? SpicyBoy99 says, Lumberjack hat WTS. Thirsty Ty says, GF. Sultan Sunda says, Minor Heart Rune of the Devourer. Pickle Lamp says, no. Pickle Lamp says, named 61 plus only. Wentworth Miller says, Miller full map WT/ECR heading to wall, Kev/Soul, Helio, Cast, Beds, Atta, Imp, Siren, Pool, Trip/High, Isle. X Miller for joy. Wall soon. Wentworth Miller says, Tie for MYRK. Devil's Ironsmith says, Tie. Kaigamari says, XECR. America 710 says, X Miller. Awen16 says, X Wall. Els Trey says, Els Trey has reached level 5. Ardition says, X Wall. Damn Ravencrow says, X Wall. Bob's Thunder says, WTS Armor Matrix 4K each. Wentworth Miller says, Wall last call. K's Troxbank says, X Wall. Starscreen says, X Wall. Spaley says, X Wall. Kaigamari says, X Wall. Jody says, X Wall. Freeman says, X Wall. Philip Gonzalez says, X Portals Brimstone. Road Devil says, WTS Jewel Matrix. Ramekins says, X Wall. Taquito W says, Taquito W has reached level 5. Hexacross says, X Wall. Victor says, X wall. Freeman says, X wall.
Hey mate, can you give a girl a hand here? These red-eyed rotters have me pinned down. Eat lead, you bastard! You won't be getting a piece of Grace O'Malley, daddies. Stay back, you bastards! Unless you want to be slit!
Wentworth Miller says, wall start care void make sure or camp.
Back on the sand.
Ias says,
my thanks.
brutish Orich
I know a
Alcom
safe
scout
spot
boots
this
of
way.
the
Come
century
on.
great axe of the soldier WTS. Bandit Fromel says, X wall. Melkor Jairite says, someone tell me how I got this? Was doing open world PvP, but still clueless on this part sovereign influence, Victor's spoils, L65, Ruby Gypsum. Oxorius Rexa says, X. Road Devil says, X wall. Rinsakarag 1 says, at Wentworth Miller good luck bro. Wentworth Miller says, 07.
Well now, can't tell you perfect. I was betting there'd be some kind of town nearby. This isn't my first shipwreck, you know.
Victor says, X wall.
They shall steal from one another, like rats fighting over
Sun
scraps.
Chaeyoung says, exemplary ring of the brigand WTS 6K. Victor says, invitee. Victor says, X wall. Queen Isabella says, defiled leather pants of the barbarian WTS. Wentworth Miller says, R2X up. Contul says, -1 DPS low cons need reg we just start, lose 1 DPS help PLSDM to get INV. Contul says, -1 DPS low cons need reg we just start, lose 1 DPS help PLSDM to get INV. Spicyboy 99 says, lumberjack hat WTS. Jack H. Gar says, whoever has 400 plus Ascient globs at TP. Jack H. Gar says, you're wild man. Triton Muslim says, WTS Azoth Inductor.
was starting
Argot
to worry.
Steric says,
More
the
importantly,
400
though,
globs
what did
is
you
me.
find?
I
Unfortunately,
ran out of
didn't
storage
have as much
space.
luck. Now they most of
Jugert says, X-Wall. Petros Malukis says, I think I know that guys who selling Glob 400 plus. Chris Insen says, WTS Golden Scarab X6. Argot Steric says, Azamat Bagatov says, Glob. Petros Malukis says, it's Familka I think. Professor Simp says, Monstrum Sandals of the Century Mithril Amulet of the Century WTS. Petros Malukis says, he has 500 glob in storage. Argot Steric says, it's 517 to be exact. Argot Steric says, list it. Geo says, ha ha ha. Petros Malukis says, is that you? Argot Steric says, it's what I have listed RN. Geo says, nah. Geo says, it's Pharmica. Argot Steric says, wanna bet 1,500 US dollars on a screenshot it's not Pharmica. Nesran says, Glob Wars. Geo says, is that you? Geo says, FR. Petros Malukis says, but Farmilka have too. Argot Steric says, I'm not sure what he has but he prob does have a lot. Petros Malukis says, he got above God. Melkor Jairite says, question about PvP tracks, I keep being offered name gear Thyword Baleful Protector heavy metal slips. If I don't choice take it this tracker, will it repo up another track level, same with emotes? Argot Steric says, that he doesn't have 32,761 Dharm matter though. Melkor Jairite says, I love name items, but I'm trying to save up for Ardes.
I'm as
Rip Beatwo says, if you get the emotes they won't drop again in loot table, same with artifacts. Digon says, X-Scorp. Petros Malukis says, LOL he has 1,200 scarab. Bob's Thunder says, WTV prismatic block and leather. Argot Steric says, I'm almost there with scarabs but I use mine a lot. Lakasut says, X-Wall. Argot Steric says, 949 here.
Hey, you gave it a try.
Lord Saelum says, LFM portal runs for Abyss.
And they shall witness the power
Geonivermind says,
manifest. The
XMYRK.
true future of the human race.
Lord Von Percy says, GG Oppo gang. Lord Von Percy says, take that L. Lord Von Percy says, check kills all you want. Lord Von Percy says, still a W for us. Lalaska says, X portals grim. Wentworth Miller says, Miller full map WT/ECR heading to Kep/Soul, Helio, Cast, Beds, Atta, Imp, Siren, Pool, Trip/High, Isle. X Miller for join. KHEP/Helio soon. Chris Incent says, WTS room glass case of empowering. Opposite says, drone. RAINBOWFZ says, XCap. Lord Von Percy says, good shit our team. Lord Von Percy says, we know patterns. Lord Von Percy says, we winners. Helena Keller says, carrot 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 carrot. Sun Chaeyong says, X Miller. Timoria Timor says, eel. Madman Joe says, XCap. Timoria Timor says, vast cheer. Quick Shafiq says, yo, impromptu OPR night on PTR, swap over boys. Let's get it. See you there. Go 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 go. Queen Isabella says, WTB basic loot luck. Lord Von Percy says, let's go I'm down. Wentworth Miller says, R1 at Rinsakarag 1 R2X up. Lord Saelum says, LFM portal runs for Abyss. Heliox says, LF Tank M1 Dynasty Group Finder. Rinsakarag 1 says, KHEP skip now Helio. Ignat 3 Sto says, X Helio. Hairballs says, X Helio. Wick at 1 says, X Helio. Wentworth Miller says, Helio last call. Rinsakarag 1 says, clear all mobs don't goblin all. Wentworth Miller says, Helio started. Rinsakarag 1 says, go go go. Ansane says, Helio. Wentworth Miller says, decline my INV if you got one.
going on?
Lord Salem says, LFM portal runs for Abyss. Not so smooth says, he'll play OPR FPR 50k.
Yeah.
Walkie says, sub. Rookie Bear says, X-Healer?
I will always be flying on.
Potato Kips says, stack deck done YGY. Fresh BJ says, Ayo. Lakasut says, nice. Bob's Thunder says, WTV prismatic
Steal
block
that which
and
is
leather.
mine. You assault my followers, and now you disrupt my
Lord
plans.
Salem says, LFM
is
portal runs
personal.
for Abyss. Lord Salem says, portal farm for Abyss X for invite. Philip Gonzalez says,
Gods.
recruiting, South Reek water portals for Abyss.
I hate to ask you to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I should stay here. Just deliver the report to the guard at the gate. Then get yourself a nice cup of mead at the tavern.
Sad Hugs says,
You deserve
Mithril
it.
blunderbuss of the soldier WTS. Crazy Tat says, what LBL? I am 60. Zero Enemy S says, you can't sing. Queen Isabella says, defiled leather pants of the ranger, defiled leather pants of the barbarian WTS. Melkor Jairite says, why did this drop for me in open PvP? Sovereign Influence, Victor's Spoils, L65. Blade 21 says, X Scorp. Zero Enemy S says, you are making my ears hurt. Melkor Jairite says, Sovereign Influence, Victor's Spoils, L65. Melkor Jairite says,
Come closer.
Sovereign Influence,
It is
Victor's
time
Spoils,
you know the
L65.
whole
Hila K. Horn says, go to hell 0 enemies. Melkor Jairite says, lame it doesn't link. Queen Isabella says, X Scorp. 0 enemy S says, give the mic to someone with a real voice. Vulgar username says, Hila is a songbird. Hila K. Horn says, okay you take the mic big guy. Fargrim says, X Scorp. Izumi says, X Scorp.
This island has always guarded the promise of paradise. Humanity cast out, deemed unworthy of such blessings. But I did not come here seeking paradise. I came for answers. Redemption after a life of weakness and suffering. And I found a truth that disproved everything I had been taught. I tasted the knowledge forbidden
says,
to us at
support your local
creation,
Marama
and
Mommy
I saw the vision
/MIFL.
of humanity's
Thirsty
true
Ty says,
potential.
GF.
I knew then. I must correct this ancient injustice and restore the power which is rightfully
Sad
ours.
Hug says, Mithril Blunderbuss of the Soldier
The heart of the
WTS.
mountain
Lord
now
Salem
beats
says,
strong with this
Portal Farm
purpose.
for Abyss X for invite.
After a century
Thirsty
of
Ty says,
preparation,
Flat I
our
LOL just
campaign
try and
has
be original
begun.
out here.
The island's townships already fall before the might of our armies. The only thing I had not
Purple
foreseen
Kush says,
is you,
Melee. Purple Kush
you
says,
who have
FCKOOB.
stolen the gift meant for me. And now your soul will pay the price. For I will not stop
Purple
until
Kush
I have
says,
seized
Ton Mike
back
March
the
Ha.
destiny stolen from us and brought true freedom to the world.
Lil
both
Kinsley says,
old
crap
and
just missed
new."
him, waited too long. Lil Kinsley says, should have gone. Bob's Thunder says, WTS Armor Matrix 4K each. Broomhild says, is there any event going on? Beltrix says, Crumbcatcher's Marauder is looking for PvE players. We dabble in PvP and have a friendly community. Message me for more info. Smiley face. Wenworth Miller says, come clear KHEP. Fithuspoint says, Lint logging axe. Lilkinsley says, not camping, he was there, good opportunity. Thirsty Ty says, GF. Thirsty Ty says, Slilalol. Dumuluz says, Crumb Catcher's best company. Definitely look into them if looking for a good company to join. Thirsty Ty says, it's so FKD.
Welcome to Pridewind, founded during the reign in his why. Oh, I could recount the legends for days, but I must dispatch someone to the shore.
Alice Ross says, farm our mooring hat commie. Lord Saelum says, Portal Farm for Abyss X for invite. Els Trey says, Els Trey has reached level 12. Blade 21 says, X armor hat. Siki Salik says, series, Goddess of Grain wall fresco. Bob's Thunder says, WTS Armor Matrix X2 4K each. Luisa Rebellin says, X Abyss. Wenworth Miller says, an active project has completed. Myth Dominique says, X. Rardianit says, X hat. Rardianit says, X hat. Thirsty Ty says, ag. Thirsty Ty says, GFLOL. Thirsty Ty says, this is a new one LOL. 7 The Undefeated says, /group. Brookie Bear says, WTS up here heels. Thirsty Ty says, new build. Taquito W says, Taquito W has reached level 12. Thirsty Ty says, yeah FK them LOL.
Claim them all. Warning them is
Wenworth Miller says, cast start
They
after
are
take all
blind
supply
to the
outside
real
stay close stay
danger
safe
all
last
around
call
them.
for join. Horrifica says, Horrifica has reached level 19. Alice Ross says, farm our mooring hat 5/10 come eat. Quenza says, Xcast.
Sleep here and wake up feeling like a king. You here to check in? Be my guest. Ooh, literally.
Madman Joe says, Xcast.
Now there's a familiar face. About time you caught up. Here we find ourselves in a little
Rancid
village
One
built
says,
straight from the Middle Ages.
Xcast.
Is it me? Or does nothing on this island make any sense at all? No doubt. For a place where
Quenza
everyone gets
says,
eternal life, you'd
Xcast.
think it'd be more calm,
Thirsty Ty
full
says,
living, where
yes
both the
FKU
little
I
light
win.
and the po- Well, you got that,
RAINBOWFZ
yeah.
says,
Livelier market than I
Xcast.
would have expected.
Thirsty
You
Ty
should check out
says,
the trading post
GFLOL.
You need to stash in
Weeping Salmon says, I ran out of money, to make my marquee money moves? Fofo LC says, X armoring hat. Hyun Rain says, gritty iron adamant squirming vines hardened crystal WTS. Quenza says, Xcast. RAINBOWFZ says, S. Hyun Rain says, adamant drop of mercury hardened crystal gritty iron WTSPMO. Lord Saelim says, north from here after this portal. Lord Saelim says, portal farm for Abyss X for invite. Lake Asut says, Scast. Thirsty Ty says, GF.
Look at you! Here just a few hours and you're already... I didn't trust all the shite coming out of that watcher's mouth.
Thirsty Ty says, I made it for OPRLOL.
Ask Sir Payne about these soulless lost outside
Thirsty Ty
town.
says, today.
Maybe get a more honest idea
7
of
The
what's happening
Undefeated
here.
says, /group.
Oh, that's a tough moment. Okay. Oh, I have 1 part. 10 already? Fuck, man. Holy shit. Good job.
Lord Saelim says, need more for Abyss grind //X for invite, smiley face. Geo Nevermind says, X armoring hat. Alice Ross says, farm armoring hat come 4/10. Fofo LC says, X hat. Shandal Phalon says, X armoring. RZAOOO says, X abyss. Guy 701 says, spinweave legs of the scholar, spinweave gloves of the scholar, spinweave helm of the scholar, spinweave chest of the soldier 20k EA /. LITMUs says, X portal. Guy 701 says, spinweave legs of the scholar, spinweave gloves of the scholar, spinweave helm of the scholar, spinweave chest of the soldier 20k EA. Guy 701 says, 20k each. Geo Nevermind says, X hat. Lord Saelim says, need more for Abyss grind //X for invite, smiley face. LITMUs says, X Abyss. Kurapo says, XMYRK.
Come in and be welcome. I will. That is good to hear. believe Sir Payne represents for weeks now. The mines are the backbone of Pridewind, where many townspeople earn their livelihoods. I've had no reports
Alice
in
Ross
days.
says,
I simply
Farm
ask
our
you
mooring
visit
hat 5
and
tenths
confirm
commie.
with Foreman Alia that all is well. Then report back to me, please.
Kurapo says, X Portal MYRK. Brixta says, LF Tank DPS Healer M3 Gen. Stark Raving says, X Ada. Quenza says, X Ada. Lord Salem says, need more for Abyss grind / X for invite, smiley face. Stark Raving says, X Miller for Ada.
Goddamn monster.
Fake Hatsune says, X Cronus. Lord Salem says, need more for Abyss grind / X for invite, smiley face, \. Repetata Kips says, X. Hyun Rain says, Hardened Crystal WTSPMO. Slow 2 says, Darkened Fire Staff of the Scholar WTS. Nirvana Break says, Flint Logging Axe. Alice Ross says, Farm our mooring hat 7/10 net healer commie. Lord Salem says, need more for Abyss grind / X for invite, smiley face, \. Quenza says, X hat. Flasherx says, Mithril Musket of the Ranger WTS. Amesy Simp says, Anyone want to do missions with me? I'm LVL 45 healer, smiley face. Weghurst says, Azoth Inductor WTS Armoring / JC / Arcana.
So now for a while some of the miners were holding out. Oh, you're brave. I'll give you that. You may not be a knight, but you got courage. And if that translates into some of my miners getting out of there, I sure as hell won't complain.
Brixis says, LF Tank DPS Healer M3 Gen in GF. Kuropo says, XMYRK. Contul says, -2 DPS Locons Need Reg in GF midway. Bob's Thunder says, WTB Prismatic Block and Leather. Darrow Olikos says, where can I get a flail? Wenworth Miller says, Miller full map WT/ECR heading to beds, Atta, Imp, Siren, Pool, Trib/High, Isle. X Miller for join. Bed soon. Lord Saelim says, need more for Abyss grind //X for invite, smiley face, /. Mark Orel 0 says, Dale Myjo. Baggart says, that is for the quest. Brixis says, LF Tank Healer M3 Gen in GF. Contul says, -1 DPS Locons Need Reg in GF midway. Moby D says, Adelaide. Hyun Rain says, Hardened crystal loaded dice precision armoring tools WTS. Eekstraven says, X beds. Santo Judas says, I'm a healer not a fighter. Confirm respawn. Loading. Please wait. Lord Saelim says, farming portals for the Abyss artifact. X for invite. Wenworth Miller says, beds last call. Moby D says, Tanner 101.
Sleeping. Fucking slut. What the hell? No! No, motherfucker. I will wait forever. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe for more together on the next one. Deuces.